In this video, I want to teach you how to navigate your boredom. Sorry, I gotta breathe. I've been having a really shortness of breath. Like, it's been really hard for me to breathe, and I do have scoliosis, so I don't know if that's why it's affecting that. But it's been really hard for me to breathe, and I'm gonna go to the hospital tomorrow to get checked up. But I still want to make this video. Just know that my breathing is gonna be a little off because I have to do that. So I'll stop talking just to do that, but I'm still gonna try to get this video made and get everything across. So just keep that in mind when I do that, and I don't want y'all to worry. Everything's fine with me. It's just I have to do that. But anyways, let's get to the video. So just wanted y'all to give y'all a heads up. So doing it again. Okay, so I wanted to the psychology of art, right? This is the whole thing I'm doing, right? I want to teach you how to navigate your boredom, okay? And which is very hard to teach in today's society because there's so many things that can take your boredom. Like there's so many things that can distract you from your boredom. Like, because there's so much stimulation. Because you have video games, you have social media, you got YouTube, you got Netflix. You can watch TV shows until you die. You can play video games until you die. Like, it is endless. And there's video games, movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, TikToks. Like, there's thousands and thousands and thousands coming out every single year. And I think I read the statistic that there are like 1 million videos posted on YouTube every single day. Like 1 million. Think about that. I don't know if that's true. Actually, I'll have to look it up. But it's something crazy like that. But a crazy amount, like 1 million videos are being posted every single day, right? And you have to understand the amount of content that you have your hands on, the amount of content that you can consume, and it's almost overwhelming. It's almost too much. But a lot of us, it is so many distractions. It's so easily to get distracted, and it's so easily to get out of touch with our own boredom. And what I want to do is teach y'all how to get in touch with your boredom and how to navigate your boredom. Now, it's like this, right? Imagine if you went to if you ever went to an amusement park, this is going to make sense. But if you have it, it's still going to make sense. And I'm going to explain it, So imagine if you went to an amusement park, right? And you went to the amusement park and you said, you know what? I'm just going to ride the rides that I see, right? All the big rides that I see, as soon as I walk in the park, I'm gonna ride all those rides, right? And let's say you did that, right? Oh, I see that big roller coaster. Let's go over there and ride that. Oh, let's go ride that drop. And blah blah. You ride all the rides that you can see, right? And then you repeat it, and then you repeat it, right? And then you might say, hey, this roller coaster is my favorite ride, right? But the problem is that this isn't really a problem, but it is a problem, and I'll show you. So, the problem with riding the rides that you see is that if you don't know your favorite ride, how are you gonna know your favorite ride at a theme park? How are you gonna know your favorite ride in life if you don't have the map of the theme park to navigate you to every single ride? If you only ride the rides that you can see, like social media, video games, and Netflix and all that stuff, if you only ride the rides that you can see, and you don't take time to look at your map, to look at your boredom, to look at the other rides that you have available, and then try those too, and then have the chance of discovering your favorite have a chance of discovering your favorite ride. So you could be missing out on half of the theme park, right? Just because you're not following the map that was given to you, which is boredom. Boredom is your map is to help you find everything that you enjoy in life, right? Like everything that you enjoy doing, everything that you find interest in, is for your boredom, okay? Like, for example, me, right? At first, before it was like the psychology thing, for my boredom, and it was video games, Netflix, anime, and Juice WRLD, right? So I would play video games, I would watch anime, listen to Juice World, and that would be like, sorry, that would be like my boredom. Like that would be like what I would do for fun, right? I wouldn't really create anything, but that I was satisfied with that. But I was only satisfied with that because I didn't know that there was other things out there. And then once I started getting like my depression started coming like really strong, and I started getting bored of video games, started getting bored of anime. And right now, I kind of like a little bit, only a little bit, getting bored of Juice WRLD, but I still listen to him every single day. But I'm listening to new artists, and which is kind of weird. But anyways, I'm not trying to get into that. I'm trying to get into the navigation of boredom. Okay, so doing the breath thing. So just bear with me. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Let me replay my thoughts. So yeah, if you only ride the rides that you can see, you won't be able to know that there is a better ride out there that you like more because you haven't tried it. You know what I mean? Like, and so this is what you have to do with your boredom, with your map. You have to follow it. And so basically boredom is this thing of try everything. Try everything, okay? Try new music, try new things. Like for me, it was just Juice WRLD all the time. Juice WRLD, Juice WRLD, Juice WRLD. And I was like, I should probably try to listen, because you have to accept the fact and admit that there is probably something out there, probably a piece of music out there, or an artist out there, or a book out there, or something out there that you like doing, like doing more than what you're doing now, right? So like me listening to Juice WRLD, I love Juice WRLD, right? And I would only listen to Juice WRLD because I know I like it. So why not just repeat the things that I know I like, right? And so that's what the cycle I got in. It's like, oh, I know I like that. So why not just repeat that, repeat that, repeat that? But then you lose touch of this boredom. You lose touch of this this ability to try new things, right? And because of that, sorry, I'm repeating myself, but follow me. It's gonna get somewhere. But yeah, I had to admit to myself that there's probably music out there that I like better than Juice WRLD. But the only way for me to find that out is to just listen to new music. Yeah, my phone died, the video ended, so I need to kind of pick up where I left off. So basically I was talking about how you're gonna know what your favorite ride is if you have trial rides. So yeah, okay. And then what will happen too is when you try to do new things, you're gonna have like a lot of doubt. You're gonna have like, your brain is gonna be like, hey, you don't like that. That's not who you are. You're a gamer. You're not a reader. You're this. You're not that. Blah blah blah. You can't do that. You don't like that. But you have to remind yourself that you don't know what you like until you try it. And I this kind of reminds me of a memory I have when I was a kid, when I was like, I was trying to try, or not trying to try actually, I was trying not to try a food that my mom cooked. And she was like, she cooked this food, and the way it looked, I didn't want to try it, right? So I said, that don't look like something I would like. And she said, how you know you don't like it if you haven't tried it? And this is something that stuck with me. Well, it's stuck with me now, but I guess I forgot it, in my life at some point, and then, but I'm gonna keep reminding myself, how do you know you don't like it until you try it? Like, and this is what you have to remind yourself. Like, you can't say you're not a reader if you never read a book. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you can't say you don't like reading books if you haven't read a book. So, I mean, but it's also true this. It's also true with this too, right? You can't say that. I mean, because the thing with reading too, and this is true with other things too, but I'm gonna use books as an example, is that a lot of people say they hate reading, they hate books, because the books that they read were forced on them by their parents or the school, and it was very boring, very old books, and it wasn't books that caught their interest. Now, I recommend, trying new things and being able to navigate, blah, blah, blah. So when you're trying new things, even reading and you're like, and you try to, you know, remember all the times that you read a book, and you're like, oh, I didn't like that, I didn't like that. You probably just didn't like the book that you were reading. But like I said, you have to admit that there is probably, like I said, a book out there that you probably would enjoy reading. And so I would recommend going into a bookstore and library, and this is what I did. You go into a bookstore and library, and you find a book that piques your interest. You know, whether it's the title or the cover, you know, find a book that actually you would want to read. Don't just grab a book just because I said, or someone said, hey, you should read, and you know, you have a book just for the sake of reading. No, I genuinely want you to go to a library or a bookstore, or you know, whether you do on your phone or whatever. Pick out a book that grabs your interest. Maybe you have to read a summary. Maybe you have to read like a review, or you know, the first page or something. You know, make sure it grabs your interest. Make sure that you want to find out what this book contains. What is this book? What's inside this book? You know, and you need to have that kind of curiosity, right? And so. You know, just walk, and it's a fun feeling to walk around the library and walk around the bookstore, just looking at all, you know, different options and stuff. Kind of reminds me of like walking in a GameStop or like a Blockbuster or something like that. But yeah, that's what I recommend you do, right? Because having that initial interest, that spark of interest, is what will get you into, you know, to reading, and help you find out if you like reading or not, right? Because if you go to the bookstore, right, and you pick out 3 books that look interesting to you, and then you read all 3 of them, right, and you're like, oh my god, I hate it. I hate all 3 of these books, blah, blah, blah. Probably reading isn't for you. Probably book study for you. But more than likely, because it's like you have to overcome that self-doubt of like, hey, I'm not a reader. I don't like reading, blah, blah, blah. You have to overcome it by proving it wrong, by trying it. And so it's like, I really don't know if I like it, because all the books I read were forced on me. And I think I like the Diary Wimpy Kid books. You know, I did like the Maze Runner books. You know, those are books that, you know, I read as a kid that I actually did like. You know, but maybe there's some books out there like that you know, I would enjoy now. And you know, you have to like kind of like reassure yourself, right? And so this is what I recommend you guys do. So what are some new things that you could try besides reading? I recommend try reading. Getting to reading, listening to music. I recommend, for me, it's just reading and music that I've been trying new things. I'm also doing the psychology thing, you know, making YouTube videos. I'm also writing journals, you know, trying to get into writing. And also I'm about to pick up a you know, drawing habit and stuff like that. And I also been getting into cooking and stuff like that. So yeah, it's about making a commitment to trying new things. And that's how you navigate boredom, right? Is make a commitment to try new things, to make a commitment to ride every single ride. Now, yeah, make a commitment to ride every single ride. And yeah, that is how you navigate boredom, I believe. Well, that's all like I have to say. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's not really good, but that's all I got. And if you guys enjoyed it, you know, leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and subscribe if you want to support me. And I'll see you on the next video.